What's going on, you guys? This is Eric Brent. Welcome to another video here. I'm on the rooftop up here in Santo Domingo. Wanted to do a little quick video. We had a blackout today. I couldn't get on the computer for a while. They get a lot of blackouts here, I kind of saw this one coming because so many people got Christmas lights up, and people don't realize that a lot of those Christmas lights, a lot of electricity, it overworks the power system, and you get things that go out and blow up and stuff like that. So I saw, you know, the crews out here replacing a lot of electrical equipment on the poles. So I was actually right. Too much Christmas lights and stuff like that will overload a system, and it happens all over the world. But anyway, long story short, when the lights went out today, I mean, it was daytime, so I wasn't in darkness or anything. So when the lights went out today, the blackout, my lights came on, and I immediately started writing down stuff. I started writing a lot of stuff that I need to do, a lot of things that I'm trying to accomplish, and a lot of things. I have two businesses right now, internet businesses, educational platforms that we're working on. We got actually both of them up in the beginning stages, but there's a lot of things that I had to do. So I started writing stuff down and different ideas and projections, and started writing down directions that we're going, which we had already talked about, but I wrote it down. Writing things down is very powerful. You know, I was told years ago from an individual that, you know, I'm so busy-minded. I'm always moving around doing things, creating things, and I'm always coming up with new ideas, new business ideas. I haven't engaged in all the ideas I create, but I've created a lot of ideas, a lot of businesses I've created, and I pretty much lived off to my entrepreneurism skill. Right now, I'm planting my flag, though, in economics, cryptocurrency, blockchain technology, decentralization. I'm planting my flag there because I feel like that is the biggest opportunity for individuals around the world to not only create a lot of wealth, but to free themselves economically from a lot of governmental control. So I started writing stuff down. So as soon as we had the blackout, I started writing stuff down. So again, if you guys have a plan, if you guys have goals in life, please start writing stuff down. I mean, like, not really just writing things down, because I write things all the time. I realize I need a daily plan. I realize I need a daily plan. A lot of your cell phones now come with these daily planners. And so it might be smart to start putting together a daily plan. Okay, because when I read the book, Why Should White Men Have All the Fun? The autobiography of none other than Reginald Lewis, the first black billionaire in America, who used to own Beatrice Foods. When I read his story, I saw in high school he was writing down every single day what he had to do every single day. He was very structured and very organized. Now, I'm a type of person, I got kind of like I'm not going to say photogenic memory, but I have a great memory. And so I'm able to kind of like, off of my memory, do things. But that's not good enough. I don't care how good your memory is. You need to write things down if you're a busy person, if you have goals, and if you have big goals and big plans and you want to make a lot of money, you need to have a daily schedule. Because if you write down a daily schedule, what's going to happen is, probably if you're a really busy person like me, you're probably going to exceed that schedule every day and then turn around and add more to it. And then there'll be some days where you might not complete everything on that daily schedule. But for the most part, when you become disciplined enough to follow this daily schedule, those daily schedules are going to create daily goals. And those little small daily accomplishments will create monthly goals and then eventually annual goals. And so we're coming up on Christmas, we're coming up on New Year's, and if you don't write things down, you're going to look up and in a year you're going to be making the same resolutions that you made last year. And so I see that a lot too. But you know, time gets by. Time is moving. It is not waiting for no one. It is constantly going. It is constantly moving. So we need to start writing things down daily. That's what I wanted to start off with that. That's not my main message today, but I did want to start off with set goals for yourself. Set daily goals, write them down, strategically tackle these things if you have something you're trying to attain. Now, I want to say this too. I was watching Tyler Perry and his speech that he did on the award show. It was a very powerful speech. And what Tyler Perry said was, he had to get his dream right. He followed his dream. He accomplished his dream. And you don't realize how many hundreds, if not thousands of people are waiting on you indirectly. They don't know, to accomplish your dream. Because look at how many people Tyler Perry is employing. Look how many people he employs right now. So these people didn't know Tyler Perry. Nobody knew him 20 years ago or whatever. 30 years ago or whatever. Nobody really knew he was going to have his own studio. He was going to be employing actors who may not have been able to get employment. You know, Taraji and all these other people who got a lot of roles through, Tyler Perry. Even, the guy, what's his name? He's now he's in a major movie. The black guy that was on Daddy's Little Girl. I forget his name. What's his name? Alba. I forget his name, but anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. So he's got a lot of work through Tyler Perry. There's huge stage crews. I mean, he's got his own studio now. He's got a huge studio. And so he has employed a lot of people. Think about Jay-Z. Jay-Z's a rapper, of course. He wanted to be a rapper. He pursued his dream. He accomplished his dream. And now Jay-Z owns basketball teams, and now he's in the NFL. He's got movie companies. He's employed, if not hundreds, thousands of people because he followed his dream. So what I'm saying is, if you have a goal, something you're trying to accomplish, write it down every day. Have daily goals, have monthly goals, annual goals. Complete your vision, follow your dreams, become successful, because there are hundreds of people who are waiting for you to get it right. So that's what was on my mind today, is I got to get this done, I got to get this right, because the businesses that I'm creating could actually help, and I can see it helping hundreds, if not thousands of people who may not know me right now, who may not have any idea that I'm going to come into their life, or we're going to meet each other and engage in each other, and I could help thousands of people make a lot of money, and they can help me make money. And we need to, complete our visions and dreams, because it's going to interact with other individuals along their journey. And again, like I said, there could be hundreds of people waiting for you to get your dream right. And so you got to keep that in mind. So the other thing I wanted to talk about at the end of the day is I was watching something yesterday on Capital, what is it called? Capital One. Yeah, Capital One, Bank of America. All these banks a couple days ago was having a lot of problems with deposits, with direct deposits, people not getting their money. The money is having a problem getting their money out of these banks. And right before Christmas, and the ACH system was having problems, the digital withdrawals. All these people was putting their checks and money in these banks, and it was a couple other banks, and a lot of people were having a lot of problems getting their money out of these banks. And that's very scary feeling when you're trusting these banks. And this is why I do Bitcoin. This is why I do cryptocurrency. And because, when you put your money in a bank, what you don't realize, and because I am a former real estate appraiser, and I had to be certified with FDIC, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. I had to be certified with Fannie Mae. I've learned some of their rules, and when I saw, according to FDIC, when you put your money in a bank, it's not your money anymore. How many of us know that? It is not your money. In fact, when you sign a bank contract and you put your money in the bank, you now become what is called like a secondary creditor or something. Huh? What the hell is that? A secondary creditor. And that gives them the right to trade your money, to invest your money. And I'm wondering if all these deposits that was put in right before Christmas, if they didn't find their way through S&P 500 or something before these people was able to get their money out, because they couldn't get their money out. This is really interesting, and it could be a test to see how people are going to react when systems fail. Okay, they're testing people, and because what's happening is, in the event there's an economic challenging event, banks could keep your money. That's in that whole contract too, as a secondary creditor. In the event there's a national economic event, they can just keep your money, and you lose that money because it's in the best interest of the economic national security. So, I mean, there's a lot with that. So, you know, I was talking to a gentleman the other day, and I put up a blog on BitChute. I got videos on BitChute as well, and he was saying, well, if we got to depend on Bitcoin, we're assed out. We're all assed out. And I said, and he said he took about 5 hours for a transaction. Okay, that's not good, because Bitcoin is supposed to move in seconds. But do you know I sent transactions through the Swift code system to Europe? I've sent transactions through Europe several times using the Swift code system, which is wiring money from country to country. And they tell you when you do it, it takes 72 hours. 72 hours? I just flew to Milan from Dominican in 12 hours. So you telling me I can fly the money to a destination before the bank can get money from bank to bank? What the hell's going on here? I can Western Union it faster than that, or PayPal. How is it that banks have such a unsophisticated system to send money when they're the bank? And we live in a very technological world right now. So, you know, they do that on purpose. But my point is, 72 hours is more than his 5 hours, I would think. But 5 hours is too long for a Bitcoin transaction, I agree. And I want to let you guys know that Bitcoin started off great, and now it's kind of been compromised by government, with a lot of government informants inside of it. And this is why Roger Ver started Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash has all the initial amenities that Bitcoin used to have. So there's 2,000 different cryptocurrencies you can use. You don't have to mess with Bitcoin, but Bitcoin has done its job. Bitcoin's job was to introduce us to decentralized thinking, meaning that, let's say for instance, the guy named Omni Hellcat. I don't know if you guys know him, OMI, Omni the Hellcat. I've been watching that guy. I've been mentioning him in my blogs lately because he managed to make over $50 million. Young black man, okay? Streaming different programs. You know, he did nothing illegal. But then the FBI came in, took his 50 cars, took all of his wealth, didn't take him to jail, seized all his bank accounts. And people tell me all the time, well, Bitcoin has no real intrinsic value. I listen to economists all the time say, Bitcoin has no real intrinsic value. Huh? Well, if Omni the Hellcat would have had $30 million in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, Monero, and different cryptocurrency, or it's just Bitcoin, do you know they probably could not have found his money at all? They would have been able to take the cars and stuff in his name, yes. But they wouldn't have been able to find his wealth. To me, that alone gives cryptocurrency value. Just the fact that you can't get your money confiscated by governments, you can't get your money confiscated by FBI, you can't get your money confiscated by the IRS. That alone, now there's other amenities that cryptocurrency have. That alone, to me, is worth value and gives Bitcoin a value, an intrinsic value. What the hell is Peter Schiff and all them talking about? I don't know. Because these guys are old. The only thing they're looking at is gold and silver. If it ain't gold or silver, it doesn't have value. Okay, that sounds great for the 1950s, before you had technology. Because if that's the case, Google wouldn't have value. What is Google based all its value on? Information. Google is the multi-billion-dollar company it is, trillion-dollar company, because of its manipulation and accumulation of data. So don't ever underestimate value. Value can be created so many different ways. It doesn't have to be a mineral. Okay, we get it. Gold is valuable because it's a natural mineral. It's a commodity. It's a mineral. It's a metal. But data also has value. And there's companies now that just spend big amounts of money on data. So it doesn't matter where your value is. It can be diamonds, it can be data, it can be technology, it can be an idea. An idea can have value. Intellectual properties. So I'm not going to sit here and argue with these economists about, you know, what people are going to go back to when money is, when fiat currency has no more value. I think most of your millennials and most of your iPhone kids are going to go to a cryptocurrency before they go looking for some damn gold. Because they're just not of that generation to understand gold. That's more my generation and people older than me that were born in the in the 50s, 60s, 70s. Other than that, in the 80s, 90s, them babies are not going to gold. No, they're not, because they don't know anything about that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. I just wanted to let you guys know that the Family Cash Machine, we have our courses up. You guys can take courses now with us. Start learning economics. And when I say that we teach economics, I'm not talking about the prepaid legal stuff on your personal management of money. No, we teach you guys how money is created. Why is the American dollar the most valuable dollar in the world? You need to know that. You need to know what gives it value. You need to know what makes these other currencies not valuable. You need to understand how governments create money. You need to understand the difference between money and currency. These things are not taught in school, and you need to understand this because you're using this every day to pay for things. So you need to understand why there's 50 pesos to one American dollar. You need to understand what the petrodollar means. Then you'll understand all these wars and why we're trying to go to war with Iraq and Afghanistan and all these other things. You need to understand what's going on, so you can look through the bullshit that they teach you on the news about the American economy doing great. So this is the kind of stuff we teach about money. Then we teach you how to make money in this industry of technology. And once we teach you how to make money with cryptocurrency, decentralization, we teach you how to make money in ICOs, blockchain, master nodes, all the stuff you probably never heard of, proof of stake, mining. There's so much money to be made, it's not even funny, but they're not telling you guys about this. Nobody's teaching my people, so it's my job to give you guys an arrow and just point, say, go that way, go that way, go that way. That's what I'm doing. And so join the Family Cash Machine, start learning about the problems of money, the problems of what they call Keynesian economics, just borrowing money and lending money and just keeping the debt piling up until it collides. That's what's been happening over the years. Learn about that stuff. Learn how history don't repeat itself. It's people that repeat the same dumb, stupid stuff. We had fiat currencies before the United States dollar. Every one of them have ended in zero. So learn how to escape what I'm saying is going to be one of the greatest economic disasters ever in the history of the world. It's coming. But it's also representing and presenting new opportunities. And that's what we're about in the Family Cash Machine, is positioning ourselves for one of the greatest exchanges of wealth ever in the history of the world. Sign up for our classes, join our network marketing courses, because we have a network marketing just bar none above all compensations out there. I'll say that. The compensation that we have is the best compensation out there. I mean, you don't even have to recruit and buy a class and you still can get paid. That's crazy. If you decide to recruit, then the income possibilities are astronomical. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get ready to sign out. Again, one of the best knowledges that you can get right now is the knowledge of money. And then once you learn the problems of this economic system, and then you learn the different ways that you can make money right now technologically with technology and digital currencies and cryptocurrencies and decentralization, we're going to teach you how to protect that. We're going to teach you about trust funds and corporations and things like that my man Omni the Hellcat needed that information before the IRS came in there and kicked his door and took 50 cars and homes and locked up his bank accounts. This is happening not just to him. This has happened hundreds of thousands of times to not just black people, white people too. If you don't know the game, if you don't understand how to move and how to structure yourself. And that's why I always say money is a game. It's a game with rules. It's a game you need to learn how to play. It's a game to the government. It's a game. And it's a game that they don't give you the knowledge to win in. And they know you're gonna end up sabotaging yourself. So with that, you guys, grab this link, like this video, subscribe to my channel, sign up for the Family Cash Machine. We got free classes too, to get you involved, to get you to understand, to get you on the page of what's going on. We got a Phoenix class with about 12 free courses, okay? And we give you a free ebook called The Greatest Exchange of Wealth of All Times for free. Now, it's a lot of value we're giving up for free. When you get out of the Phoenix class, you're gonna know how to buy Bitcoin, how to use your credit card to buy it, how to use Cash App, Robinhood, Local Bitcoin, local.bitcoin.com, ChangeElla. We teach you guys when you get, this is free. When you get out of that free class, you're gonna know how to buy crypto. Now, I've been to conventions with people in the CBD oil and had a lot of money. These people had big money and didn't even know how to buy Bitcoin, but they were curious, so they came to these cryptocurrency conventions. Well, guess what? If they'd have just took our free class, they would have known how to take their hundreds of thousands of dollars and convert it into Bitcoins or Ethereum or Bitcoin Cash or Monero or any one of the cryptocurrencies and protect their assets or move their assets with the expedience. Now, again, like I said, there's a young man who said he had a 5-hour transaction on Bitcoin, and I've seen that happen sometime because of the change that they're doing right now, going to SegWit and then adding that, which is a software, and then moving towards this Lightning Network, I guess. But Roger Ver and other cryptocurrencies, they're not adding that stuff, and they're just trying to keep transactions fast and cheap and fast. And so if you want to use a more faster cryptocurrency and a more cheaper to send in fees, use Bitcoin Cash, and you won't have the problems that Bitcoin is having right now. But again, Bitcoin did its job because its job was just to introduce us to the technology of blockchain technology, decentralized blockchains, decentralized transactions, and how to disconnect yourself from the overseers of money and to give yourself some anonymity and to protect your assets. That's all it was supposed to do, and it's done its job. So with that, again, like my channel, subscribe, and sign up for the Family Cash Machine classes. If you're a network marketer, you definitely want to look at this compensation because it is phenomenal. We have unlimited business value. So once you actually get 2 people, you can get paid 30 levels down on people you don't even know. So it's phenomenal what we're setting up here, and the product is knowledge. And I don't know a better product than knowledge. The knowledge that people don't know, the knowledge that people need in this day and age. That's the Family Cash Machine product, is the knowledge of wealth. How to accumulate wealth and how to protect the wealth. Okay? So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out, y'all. This is Eric Brent. You guys have a great evening. Bye-bye.